First killer is Trapper. Now Trapper is basically just an average human. His ability is just to lay down bear traps, which anyone could do really. It's not really even an ability. He doesn't have any supernatural powers. The only thing is that he's pretty strong and he is decently tall, 6'1", so a little taller than your average human and also a little stronger than your average human, but I'm pretty sure someone like even Eddie Hall could probably beat him up or something. He's probably stronger than him. So the good news is I live in the good old US of A, and specifically Texas, so it's pretty easy just to shoot him with a gun. You just have a gun, you're pretty good, especially these guns too. When I go outside, they always have to ask if I have a concealed permit to be able to carry these, but is what it is. So I think he's like an S or A, low S or high A. He is pretty strong, so if you don't have any long-range weaponry or anything like that, I feel like you're pretty cooked for the average human, especially someone like me who's just a kid. But yeah, I think my chances are pretty high. Or you could just get into a melee fight with him and just hope you dodge, or just run away. Either way, you don't really have to fight him, you can just run away, he doesn't even have anything. But yeah. Our next killer is Wraith. Now Wraith does have a supernatural ability given to him by the entity. He has this bell which allows him to turn invisible. That's about it, and also it's pretty easy to hear it too, because he also uncloaks with it and it makes a pretty loud sound. So it's pretty easy to kind of tell where he is, and he also, because you can just hear him when he uncloaks and cloaks, is pretty tall, above 6'2". I'm pretty sure he's like 6 foot around somewhere. Any strength? Not really. Any speed? He does have a pretty good speed, so you can't really run away when he's cloaking, but there's a pretty easy way to beat him. Yeah. Just have a flashlight and you're basically already get rid of his ability. He can't do anything. He hates flashlights. And then I'd say he's like A. Like mid-A somewhere. Probably a little bit above Trapper, I would say, just for the fact that he does have a supernatural ability. So, that would make it a little harder, but yeah, I still say I'm beating him pretty easily. Our next killer is Hillbilly. Now, Hillbilly is pretty strong. He does have a lot of strength. He is basically superhuman. He has good speed, good strength, given to him by the entity. He also has a chainsaw that he runs at lightning speed. Even Sonic maybe couldn't even catch up to him. Who knows? But one thing is that he doesn't have any long range, so what I'm gonna say. Let's grab a gun. Pretty fast, but I've seen my fair share of Indiana Jones, so I have that quick hand, so I'm pretty sure I would survive before you could even be able to rush me. But let's say you don't have a gun, probably dead. Yeah, I'd say he's around the B tier, I would say, because he is a lot stronger, faster than the others as right now. Even though he doesn't have any like supernatural abilities, he is pretty strong, pretty fast. He's just like a superhuman basically, who wields a chainsaw, so that's gonna be pretty rough. So if you don't have any gun, your best bet is PTSD, and if not, then you're basically just cooked. So yeah, that's your best bet. The next killer is Nurse. Now Nurse is one of the killers that actually has a pretty good power. Allows her to teleport and clip through basically anything, can teleport through anywhere, but in the process of it, she injures herself. That's why you hear her screeching. It causes her a lot of pain while she does that. So she has a pretty scary power, but other than that, she is not strong. She is pretty slow, and that's about it. She can't really do anything. She kind of levitates, but I don't think that can really count for anything. The only thing is that you probably can't swim away from her because she'll just float above the water. So one of your best bets is just running away, I feel like, because if you were to keep on running away for long periods of time, it might cause her so much pain to the point to where she'll just leave, or just go to the edge of the world and maybe she'll just teleport into space, like maybe just when she pull out a DBD survivor tactic. When she fully charges her power, just go right next to her, so then she'll have to aim it at the ground, and then when she aims it or just goes away, maybe she'll fall through the earth, or maybe she'll just teleport out of space. That's probably the best bet. But I don't think any guns or anything like that could really work on her. I give this one like a probably a D. I don't really think you're surviving the nurse. I feel like there's not really too many things you could do. Her power is pretty crazy. I don't think you could even hit her, so yeah. Next killer is Myers. You're dead. The only thing that I could see you doing is just pull a Naruto that Shikamaru did, maybe just like cut off his head and then just bury it, and then his body will just spend the rest of the time trying to find his head. He can't really do anything. It's like the only way, but even then he's stronger, so like if you would have to trap him in some way in order to defeat him. So I'd give this probably an F, because I don't think you're gonna have any way to trap him, but that's like the one possibility, the chance you have, and how lucky you are. But yeah, that's like the only way. The next killer is Hag. Now Hag is just this cannibal, really. Just a cannibal that is like a cultist. That's basically about her. Really short, slow, but her ability is she can place down traps, and if you were to walk nearby those traps, then she can teleport to them. That's about it. Key answer is just run away. She's so slow she couldn't catch up. Just don't go to the places where she put traps. She can only put 10 at a time anyway. She's limited. But if not that, maybe just like go into some water. Like I feel like she would just disintegrate if she touches water, like a witch, Like she is old, really old. Like I feel like she would just disintegrate. Like something would happen. So I'm gonna put this as like I would say like a B. I feel like you just run away and stuff like that. But yeah. Now the doctor is basically just a guy who is a crazy scientist. He's just this crazy scientist who experimented on people with electricity, and he went to the realm. Entity gave him powers, and he does have pretty decent supernatural powers, but they don't exactly do too much. His powers is he shocks you, and it messes with your mind. He basically causes you to go insane. Or he's really just like a regular person. He's basically Trapper, except he makes you go insane. That's really it. I feel like you could just shoot him, really. Like he doesn't have any like supernatural, really anything else. The only thing is that you'd have to, pull a quick draw on him, because if he shocks you, then the gun will probably fall out of your hand because you got shocked. But yeah, that's really it. But his shock takes a while to even charge up in the first place, so you're probably fine. He just carries a bat. Yeah, that's really it. But if he does make you go insane, you start hallucinating and whatever like that. Me personally, I just want to allow that to happen. My willpower, my mental brain, I have like the brain of 10 men, like all that. I could just easily deny his power, because I'm just built different. But some mere mortals are not like that as I am. So but yeah, I give him like a probably a low A tier. Yeah, just hit up your local therapist just after the fact, and you'll probably just be good. Or just go to a mental asylum, and you're basically just fine. Yeah. Now next killer is Huntress. Now her ability is she doesn't really have one, but she just throws axes. But she has incredible strength, incredible speed, took down a whole platoon by herself. I don't know if I said that right, sorry, but she took down basically this whole unit of army soldiers by herself in the woods. Incredible speed, incredible strength. She is freakishly strong. Yeah, she could, she was just slicing through. It was basically Madara. It's like Madara in the Fourth Shinobi War, that's how she was moving. So you can't really beat her in close range. And the army soldiers did have guns, but they kind of were having stormtrooper aim, and also were scared out of their minds because she is really fast. So your best bet is to maybe just have a gun and just shoot at her from long range before she could, get close to you and before anything happens. But other than that, I don't think you really have much to do. You're just gonna have to hit your shots basically quick enough. Say it's like a D tier or C tier. I would say low C, mid like D. You know, I can't really do too much, so yeah. Now, next killer is Bubba. Now, Bubba is just this pretty tall, strong guy that wields chainsaw. Basically, just literally is the Hillbilly was the Make-A-Wish version of Bubba before they got the license to actually add him into the game. So yeah, he's basically just the Hillbilly, not really much different, except that he's not that fast, but he is pretty strong, wields a chainsaw, and is pretty dumb. So, you know, realistically, you could probably rule over the Hillbilly by fear. Like, that's literally what controls him. In the movies, his family controlled him by fear, the entity controls him by fear. Like, if you just like give him PTSD or make him scared, you're pretty much fine. He's mortal. He's died by a grenade before. You know, you could shoot him. Like, there's a lot of options. I'm gonna give him like a tier, I would say. You know, he is pretty strong. Like, but other than that, can't really do too much. You know, he's just like average speed, pretty dumb, so he could fall for traps. You know, he's not really the sharpest tool in the shed. So yeah. Now, next killer is Freddy. Now, Freddy, it does have supernatural powers. Works a little different in the realm, but we'll just go over his main one. Is that, you know, like the movies, he just enters your dreams and kills you through them. Now, I'm gonna be honest, it's S. I'm gonna put him in S tier already. Like, realistically, he enters your dreams, he murders you, whatever, like that. You have control over your dreams. Like, if you like you know, it's really mind over like matter. Like, if you just like have a strong mental like I do, you know, I have the brain of 10 men and the willpower that's better than even Dave and Goggins. So like, I would do pretty well, you know. Like, he'd just come into my mind while I'm sleeping or whatever like that and like haunt my dreams. I'm just gonna say no, you know, just slap him across, you know. You can do anything, it's your dreams. Like, it's pretty simple, you know. Other than that, can't really get rid of him. I don't think there's a way you can actually die. But yeah, I mean, just have control over your dreams, can't do anything. That's really it. Either way, Esther. Now, next up is the pig. Now, basically, it's just Jigsaw's apprentice from the movies. S tier. It's literally just a regular human. That's it. She's just a regular human. No supernatural abilities, no strength. Average human. All she does is just sneak up on you. Has bear trap, or like the Jigsaw bear head bear contraption or whatever. Only puts that on you if you're knocked out or something. You just can't be conscious. That happens. That's really it. Grab a gun, shoot her. Grab a melee weapon, hit her with it, knock her out. It's just a regular human in a pig mask. There's not really much anything to it. So yeah, that's her. Now, the next killer is Clown. A Clown is basically just your average American. I'm pretty sure decently tall. I think around like 6 foot. He is sort of cannibal. But he's also really lazy. Even in this lore, like, he likes to hurt people, but he's also too lazy to even hurt people, even though he likes it and takes joy out of it. So he just sits down all day, just drinking. Yeah, there's not really much to him. You have multiple options. Just run away. He's not strong. He's not, especially not fast. Like, if you run away, you'll just get tired of you. Like, he's literally that lazy. You can just run away, and he'd probably just walk away. Like, if he's not forced to or anything. Like, with the entity, you know, he kind of makes them, like, it makes them work and stuff like that. But no, if it's like in the real world, like, if you just run away, he's not gonna try to chase you. And if you did, just shoot him. Like, really, that's really it. And you're probably faster than him anyway. He's just this, yeah, he's just like a big guy. Yeah, that's really it. I put him in like S tier. All he does is just carry a knife. So if you had a sword, you could probably even hurt him like that. Yeah. Now, the next and final killer for this video is Spirit. Now, with Spirit, yeah, I'm pretty sure she comes from the same bloodline as the Oni in Dead by Daylight. She has a lot of anger, especially towards her father, because her father killed her and cut her up with a katana. So that's not really good, and she's very angry. There's even theories that the entity makes her see her father, like all the survivors, and that's the reason why she kills them really brutally and stuff like that. But yeah, her abilities allows her to phase walk. She literally just says goodbye to her body and can just like kind of almost teleport. Basically the spirit, basically the nurse, except she actually just like walks. It doesn't really teleport. A little different, but yeah, she can just phase walk through like reality almost. And but she can't see during that. She can only hear you. So if you just stay quiet, like if you're running away from her and just stay quiet, like crouching, I feel like you have a pretty good chance of just getting away. You can't really kill her because she's a spirit. She's dead. But your best bet is maybe giving her PTSD from her father. You know, if she were to start attacking me, I have a pretty easy solution. You know, I'm pretty armed myself, so you know, I'm just gonna use this, maybe give her some PTSD, maybe she'll run away, have flashbacks, and yeah, but if that doesn't work, your best bet is maybe just running away and staying quiet. But yeah, I'd say I survived this, you know, it's pretty easy, you know, I have just a katana I could easily just use. Maybe we'll have a duel, I don't know if she has any strength, so maybe I could win that, you know, she is spirit with her body all like distorted, like cut up and stuff like that, so maybe if I just like swing at the same time, maybe her arms will just fall off on them. Yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments if you think my facts are right, if I could survive, and you know what you could do, and like how you could also survive them. See you in the next video. Peace. I tried to do something cool. I don't know if I can do really anything cool. I don't know.